got you see the one.
I know, I saw her serving it with someone I love. Pogo sticks.
Pogo stick poutines. I might have to try that sometime.
If you were to design like the perfect day for like people that you cared about, what would you have happen?
The perfect day?
Yeah.
Well, we'd probably sleep in a little bit, just a little bit, and then maybe get up and go get some like chocolate croissants and an espresso, and they could have like a juice or a smoothie. I would have some type of Americano, maybe an espresso, and then I think we would either go for a bike ride. We'd probably, hopefully, bike down to the island or take the ferry. This is in Toronto. Take the ferry and then go for a swim, and then just work our way home. Well, if we had an unlimited budget, yes, I'd buy a house in New Brunswick. Technically, I'd get a house, a nice house in the country in New Brunswick, and then I would get like a little cottage by the water in New Brunswick, and then perhaps some type of, maybe I wouldn't buy a place anywhere else. I would just vacation a lot, like a couple times a year, or go sailing. Seal and I were just talking today about the idea of like buying a yacht, a boat, and just sailing around. That could be fun. But I don't know. I try not to think about it too much because I don't have any money. So I'd love to pay off all my debts. That would be the best thing. But I don't know. Maybe I'd like to have a nice. No, I already have a good guitar and I have a piano back home and drums, so I don't really need anything like that. I might have to get a car in the fall because I'll be living in Sackville, but not that you need one there, but to go to Moncton. I don't know. Unlimited budget. I'm not very excited. I always think I have a hard time with hypothetical questions because I'm always trying to figure out how to make my life work better. I would buy a nice stereo. I think I would like to have a nice turntable and a nice stereo system. Right now I'm just using like a compact, it all comes out of the same thing, which is great, but I'd like to have something that sounds really good. Well, I guess I would wish that everyone would have a place to live and have the food that they need and the love they need, the love and respect that they need, that everyone should have. And I guess that would be the one thing. So a place to live and food to eat and the love and respect that would make them feel like proper, that would make them feel complete, I guess, if that's possible.
Somehow deep fried batter with French fries and cheese
and hot peppers
and some gravy in there.
Oh, hot banana peppers. Was there one that comes with hot banana peppers?
I'm sure there is.
There were so many options that I didn't know what to do.
That's why I'm just going classic.
Classic is good. I'm really curious to know how this spicy tomato sauce is going to be.
That's why I want to try it.
Well, you'll try mine.
But
I just didn't want to go with gravy. Couldn't do it.
you don't have to. Try it.
You know, I'm really, really relieved that I actually played all this. I did it. I played all the songs on the record. So they invited me like in December to come and play this thing, Sous la Neige, and the specification was that I needed to do, or they requested that I do all of Loneliest in the Morning in its entirety. And of course, in my enthusiasm, I was like, yeah, I can do that. And then 3 months went by and I hadn't learned the record till yesterday, I hadn't listened to it until 2 days ago, and kind of crammed it all in, like as if I was studying for an exam. And listened to some of the harder songs over and over in the car today. And I'm just so relieved that I'm done. Actually, it was really fun. The audience was so awesome that like it made it so that I could just like, okay, and I tried to just take it slow and just, and I'm really happy with it. It was kind of a weird blur because the record was so short and it was like, I don't usually do set lists, so usually my shows are kind of liberating because I can just play whatever I feel like playing, and it's whatever I'm in the mood for. And tonight I had to follow a strict, like a pre-planned thing, and so in that way you're kind of constrained, and you don't get that same kind of like exciting feeling, like of like anticipation of like, well, what am I going to play tonight, you know? But it was good to be within sort of within a constraint that would force me to be out of my comfort zone, and so I think that was good. And it was nice that they threw in a few older songs, an Eric Tripp song, which I never would do otherwise, but I was trying to stay in the same era. It's a really kind of a sad record.
And that last song that you played, you're making another album?
Yeah, I'm making a new record, so that'll be on the new one. Or at least I think I'm making a new record. Like, I recorded them all, but I haven't gone to listen to them or anything, so I have to go back and listen and make notes, decide what to do next with it. Borealis natural?
They're all good except this one. This is some new bulb that they can say that.
Yeah. Well, it's
funny with that record, you know, like we were talking about it because I didn't know you were playing that record until just before we went.
oh.
And Bethany and I both had like weirdly had like emotional connections to that record. Like I actually used to play it going to sleep all the time. I had my little turntable right next to my bed, and I would always play that record going to sleep. And Bethany had like you just listened to it all the time.
Yeah. Wow. Well, apparently a lot of people have listened to it. I always meet a lot of people who always go back to that one as being their favorite, which is always a little weird after you've made like 8 records and their second one is their favorite. You're kind of like, well, what am I doing wrong? I know you like the newer ones; they're good. But I think it's nice to hear that people like them. I don't know.
Well, and also, I feel like your new stuff, like it really brings out your performance a lot better actually. Like the moment you started playing your new material, all of a sudden it's like, wow, like you know, you really showed off your guitar playing and showed off your singing, you know, and they're great songs too. So.
Yeah, I definitely feel way more comfortable doing the new stuff, and I feel, definitely connected in terms of performing. Whereas that other stuff, I was so shy back when I wrote it, like, I would have been performing them even more, it would have been more awkward for the audience. Like, I would have just been like, oh my god, I'm sorry. I would have been saying sorry like 25 times. Well, I did, I used to do that all through the show. Sorry, I just, oh, sorry. Like, it was so bad at the beginning, just always apologize. The first solo show I ever did was in Halifax opening for Jail, and I did a 20-minute set. It was actually only 6 songs. I don't know how I made it 20 minutes. Well, I had 6 songs on my set list, and I think it lasted 20 minutes. But they thought it would be fun if I opened for them. I had never done a solo set. I wasn't even doing solo material, and it was terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Yeah. It took a long time to lose that. I still get nervous, but it was really good tonight for me. In terms to come back to answer the question of what I think of the show, it was really kind of, what's the word I'm looking for when it's exciting?
Exciting?
Yeah, it was actually very exciting to do a show where I was so nervous. Kind of invigorating to get on stage and be like, okay, this may or may not work, and just have to do it. Like in October, and it was really awesome. And I know that merci. Wow. Merci. I'm not even that into tomato sauce. I just don't want gravy. No, it's okay.
It looks really good.
It smells like spaghetti.